Hello, 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 collective. Welcome to Carmaboo Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Carmen. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I do use tarot cards, runes, numbers, letters, crystals, and colorful language. If any of that offends you, feel free to hard left the video. For those of you who are staying, we're going to get a full moon Virgo read. All right, the message that comes with this moon is to take inspired action. Okay, so what's that mean? That means to dream big, but take practical steps towards it. Practical steps towards it. Okay. Align with your values, your core beliefs. Okay. Make a to-do list for accomplishing those goals and just start checking through it. Start checking the boxes. Okay. Good affirmation at this time to use would be, I will give it my best. Okay. The energies that come with the full moon are like climatic, pivotal, peak moments. Okay, some of us might be like coming to a point here with what we've manifested where we can choose to stay on course or get rid of the things that aren't working or choose to completely divert paths at this point. It is also a time of like emotional explosions. So a lot of us could be dealing with people who are feeling some sort of mental instability at this point. Okay, so just be careful with those energies. Good stones to use. Jade you could use for bringing peace and harmony. Red jasper for grounding yourself or connecting to Mother Earth. Fluorite to provide you mental clarity. Amazonite for some of you may be helpful in like for those of us who struggle with the it's not so much what you're saying, it's how you're saying it type of energy. It will help you get your point across in a manner that is appropriate. Okay? Okay. Um, Herbs, dill, parsley, fennel, scents, sandalwood, vanilla, bergamot, or any type of citrusy things that are harvested during Virgo season. So like lemongrass, cranberries, apples. Okay? All right, we're going to go backwards this time, you guys. We are going to go Pisces through Aries, all 12 zodiacs. Let's start with Pisces. What's going on for Pisces during this full moon in Virgo? Ooh. Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay. Um, hmm. There's a lot of you where, like, you've really done the work to balance out, like, your work, home, financial, emotional, mental, everything seems to be balanced, but there's still just that one fucking issue that has to be squared away. Some of you might need to get receipts for things, just kind of a heads up on that. Some of you might be like really sticking to a budget here even. Some of you might need help budgeting. Some of you might be seeking help to help someone help you budget. However, there's an Ace of Wands coming out of this situation. So whatever it is that you're going through where you've had to kind of cut back, balance, tighten the belt a little on things, try to make sure that you have proofs of stuff and make sure things are going where they need to go. Okay. A lot of you have probably been like watching paychecks, watching your bank accounts, making sure bills are coming in, asking if there's fees, like why are there fees, getting things really tight knit and in order at this point. And that is going to help you in the long term because the Ace of Wands comes from it. Okay. So that's a new opportunity. Like could be like a very uh, self-imposed new beginning. Okay. This is not like it's something that someone's handing to you. It is an opportunity that's coming, but it has it aligns more with you and what you believe and what you want to work towards. This has nothing to do with other people. It's a new beginning for you. Could just be a mental new beginning. Maybe you're finally at peace with where you're going. Yeah. Some of you need to implement some nature within your living and working spaces. All right, let's get some advice. What advice do we have for Pisces? Okay. Tiewaz. The warrior. Okay. A lot of you could be dealing with like spiritual self-discipline at this point or just self-discipline in its own, achieving victory with honor. So a lot of you are like looking at the long run here, like the big picture. So that way you can make sure that you are successful long term. Okay. You could be even supporting noble causes at this point. A lot of you are just really focusing, man. There's a lot of challenges to overcome, and your self-discipline is a huge part of it. You're sharpening your body, mind, and sword at this point. Very warrior energy for you guys. Okay. All right, that's what we have for Pisces. We are going to move on to Aquarius. All right, Spirit, what do we got for Aquarius? What's going on for the Aqua Collective? What's up, Aquas? What's up? Happy birthday season to those of you who have birthdays. All right, what is going on for Aquas during this full moon in Virgo? What's going on? The moon. Yeah, one more. Very Pisces energy. Some of you could be Pisces. Let me see here. Some of you might be dealing with a Pisces. Some of you might be dealing with like a manifestation issue at this point. Some of you might be like praying for something at the moon and being like, why isn't this coming true at this point? Okay, the Nine of Wands. Yeah. There's a lot of things that are working against you, and it's like you're making ways to make things happen, but you're having to be very, very careful about how you're doing it. Some of you might be like behind on a payment for something. You probably need to pay that up, especially if you're facing like a repossession at this point, or if there's like, if you got a new car and it needs plates, you need to get that squared away. Some of you might just be manifesting a new vehicle. You might be having to pay for a new vehicle. It might come with unexpected prices. So make sure that, I mean, it's a wounded warrior energy, the Nine of Wands, okay? So, like, it's been a long fight over something. It's been a long road. You've manifested a lot, but just be careful that you're paying attention to getting what you pay for, okay? So, like, if you buy something cheap, it's probably going to come with a lot of repairs. Or if you're buying something that's more expensive, then make sure that you're able to maintain those payments. You have to find the balance between them. Like, yes, you have to have something reliable, but you also have to be able to pay the bill. And the same goes for, like, if it's a housing issue, okay? So, yes, you need a new home, but you also have to be able to pay the mortgage, the insurance, and the taxes, or they will come for it. Like, living sustainably is probably what you guys are really after during this time frame. And if it's not, it should be. And if you do have bills that are behind, you might want to catch them up. All right. What advice for Aqua? What advice for Aqua? Advice for Aquas? Ooh, we too. Flip the Uruz. Okay. Okay, guys. Uruz came out in reverse here, so that's like it's like a lack of asserting yourself. Okay. Some of you might be coming across as if you're like extremely stubborn. Some of you might even be coming across to people as being intimidating, okay? So just be careful about how far you're pushing people at this point. Like, you do want to let them know that you're strong and that you know your shit, but you don't want to come across as intimidating or that you are unintelligent, okay? Like, don't be acting a fool. We also got Ansuz here, okay? So a lot of you are seeking answers and trying to, like, banish fear. The best way for you to banish fear at this point is going to be with knowledge. So, like, if you're afraid of something, the more you know about it, the less you fear of it. Some of you might be seeking spiritual clarity or wisdom about different types of spirituality. A lot of you are just getting a lot of communication in, okay? Some of you might be getting a lot of answers to questions that you've had for a short or long term. Some of you might be starting to use divination yourself or another form of enlightenment. Maybe some of you are looking into like scrying or maybe even like I can taste oregano and basil. So I think some of you might even be experimenting with like using herbology. Um, not bad. But like, your advice is just be careful about how you're coming across to people. Make sure that you're not being a bully, okay? Make sure you're not being too stuck in, don't be too stubborn about something. Like, if you run across a house that checks 5 out of your 6 boxes, but the price is way too high, like, that's probably a problem. Like, you do need to balance that, okay? So there's that big, dream big, but take practical steps. So definitely make sure that if it is something that's at the top of your budget, that you're like, do your inspections, do your double checking, do your due diligence to make sure that you're really getting what you're paying for, okay? And if it ain't right, fucking shake that shit off. Shake that shit off. Once you seek the answers and the more you know about it, the more comfortable you will be in knowing that your answer is not only secure, but it is an acquired answer that was needed. Okay? Like, just praying to the moon is not going to be enough to get it done right now. You're going to have to put in the work to do it. Yes, I know you're tired. You are a wounded warrior at this point. You have done a million and a bazillion to get this shit done, but you're going to have to keep going. If you want the answers and you want whatever this manifestation or goal was to be accomplished, then you're still going to have to put the work in. You're still going to have to seek the answers, and you're going to have to communicate clearly with all parties. All right, that's what I got for you, Aqua. Moving on to Cappies. All right, Spirit, what do we got for Cappies? What do we have for Capricorn? What's going on for Capricorn during this time, during the full moon in Virgo? What do we have for Capricorn? Ooh, wee. All right. Okay. Some of you are really finally in that beautiful grounded energy. Like, you've finally started like unpacking the boxes and you feel stable where you're at. You feel like it's definitely, if not a permanent solution, it's definitely a long-term solution. A lot of you are just getting real comfy with where you're at. Some of you may have packed recently, moved, or like, with the Knight of Wands here and the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, some of you might have been dealing with a lot of anxiety, or like really just wanting to be careful about how comfortable or how stable you feel in the situation that you're in. A lot of you might have like lit some small fires here with the people around you. It wasn't like a whole lot, but you definitely poked the bear about how secure you feel about things. Some of you might have been facing some like food insecurity here. Not feeling safe to sleep, or not getting enough sleep. Maybe some of you are overworking. Some of you may have been sick recently, or you may be getting sick during this time period where you just really feel like you feel vulnerable. That's how I'm going to put it. Like, you feel very vulnerable. I think you're moving with this time. You're going to be taking those steps to make yourself not feel that way anymore. So, like, if you did pack your stuff, unpack your stuff. If you say you like hoarded up a bunch of food because you were feeling insecure about food storage or about shortages or something, you know, go through the food that you have. Don't hoard things. Some of you might have been like feeling like you needed to sleep with a knife, or I don't feel that that's necessary at this point. I think there's a lot of fear-based thinking that was going on. And I think that you should really be more focused on the stability of things, making sure that you're making space for yourself, making sure that you're stable where you are. Okay, so like, clear out the clutter, pick things that you want to keep, and get rid of things that you don't need or don't serve you any longer. Organizing your stuff could be important to somebody during this time. Like, like as you're picking what stays and what goes, like, organize what you have left. Okay. Some of you might be donating some things. Some of you may have actually moved, and wherever you're at now, it's just time to like squat in and get comfy at this point. Some of you may be having someone that comes towards you during this time that does they come with a message. They come with a message, like an inspired message. And it has to do with something that you are passionate about or something that you want to achieve. It's kind of just like, it's almost like breadcrumbs, though. It's almost like they give you enough to be like, oh, that's interesting. What else can you tell me about that? And they're just like, we'll talk about it later. Or I don't really have any more information at this time. There's something to that extent. It could be like if you're at work and somebody's like, hey, I heard through the grapevine that da-da-da position is going to be open soon. And you're like, oh, okay, well, how's that happening? And they can't tell you. They either can't or they won't. Or they don't know. It's just like, it's a breadcrumb. It's a breadcrumb to let you know that there might be an even easier way to make that stability happen for you, or to make that thing that you wanted to happen, but it's just enough to like spark your curiosity. I don't think it's really enough to make you push or move anything quite yet. Okay? All right, let's see what advice we get. What advice do we have for Cappy? What advice do we have for Cappy? Advice for Cappy. Okay. Berkano. How interesting. Fertility, beginnings, birth, renewal, inspiration, mother goddess, spiritual rebirth, giving birth, nurturing growth, building creativity. Okay, that's what I mean. A lot of you could be putting yourself in a more nurturing environment. So there's that move, or grounding yourself to where you're at, organizing, cleaning out the clutter, getting rid of emotional debris, definitely. Okay. A lot of you could be experiencing more of your feminine side as of recent, or here in the near future, with more of your feminine creative energy, like organizing, cleaning, making space, even dancing. I'm seeing dancing. Okay. Like, a lot of you are like shedding the old to bring in the new. A lot of you have mastered that energy of knowing that, like, once something's dead, you need to get rid of it so that you can shed that skin and rebirth yourself. Okay. A lot of you are like giving yourself that nurturing so that you can have your spiritual rebirth at this point. Some of you could be like moving back in with mom or dad. You could be experiencing that motherly energy. Some of you, most of you, I really feel are just really planting those seeds to make sure that you get a good harvest. Absolutely. All right, that's what we have for Cappy. Moving on to Saggy. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's popping for you guys. What's going on for Sagittarius during the full moon in Virgo? What's going on for Saggy? Eight of Cups. Challenge card? Justice? Really? Fucking A. Alright, guys. The message from the moon is to take inspired action. A lot of you are being prompted at this point to kind of leave materialism behind, kind of start afresh, make anew, leave behind the old ways to bring in new ways. Some of you could be relocating. You may be stopping a bad habit to start a better one. Some of you could be dealing with the justice system as well. That could be the challenge at this point, to just kind of equal things out. So maybe um, maybe during this time you're forced to give up something material because of a budget. Like maybe it's just not affordable anymore. Um, some of you might be leaving an educational program or some sort of training. Some of you could be leaving a job. Some of you could definitely be leaving a job, and it's because of something to do with a legal process or some sort of like vow. It's like a self vow. It's like your moral code. Like, they do things that are not okay by you, is how I will say that. Like, something is unfair. The way that they handle something, or the way that they force something upon you, is just not okay with you. It could be like a masculine and feminine figure that are just kind of like, I almost feel like they're at this, I'll just hold your hand through this kind of stage. And you're just like, but I don't even want to do that. Like, I'm going to do what I have to like maintain my freedom and my passions, the things that I believe in, but I don't believe in what you guys are doing, and I don't think it's right. That's very much so how it feels. It feels like a forced, it's like an obligation. It's like an obligation. Like they're obligating you to do something that you're not okay with. And it's causing things to kind of overflow for you in one way, shape, or form or the other. A lot of you could be taking a trip. You might be going on vacation, or some of you may, let's say that you're just, the living situation that you're going into is not the greatest, or the situation you're in, the situation is not going so well. So you're deciding to take a break, is how I will put that. Maybe you're not leaving it behind for the long term because there's something that's attached here with the justice. There's something there. It's some sort of challenge that you can't just drop it all, but you may just be like, quote unquote, running from it. Okay. Let's get some advice. What advice do we have for Sagittarius? That was fast. Uruz. Okay. Yeah. A lot of you are seeking healing. Man. Ooh-wee. There's some sort of powerful driving force, okay? It could be you. It could be people around you. There's strong male energy that surrounds it. Definitely. You almost feel like sat down by the masculine energy of it. Like it's very forced. At this point, your advice is to remain headstrong and be that unstoppable force. Use your strength, use your health, be steadfast in what you believe, be fearless. Okay, that's your advice at this point, is to overcome your fear and break through the obstacles. You got to break the barrier here. Whether that means that you're relocating or you're getting away from it, like you're getting out of something here. And it's because you're showing that you're unstoppable. That is beautiful on its own. Beautiful on its own. Be fucking unstoppable. That's your fucking advice. Be fucking unstoppable. Absolutely. Force of nature. Force of fucking nature, Saggy. Good shit. Alright, let's move on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what's going on? What's going on for Scorpio during the full moon of Virgo? Okay, we had a whole flipper. Jesus. Four of Pentacles. All right, some of you might be budgeting. Some of you might be like watching how you spend your money or what you spend your money on. And we also get a Knight of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, a Page of Pentacles here. So some of you might be getting a message about money. Maybe somebody is, wow. Some of you might be having to dip into your savings for something. Like you've been saving something for a while. You've harvested a lot, and it's like you don't really want to spend what you're spending, but you don't want to have to dip into your savings to do it either. Some of you might be working more hours, like working OT so that you don't have to use your savings. Some of you might be looking into downsizing where you live, or like downsizing, even just something as simple as like pulling stuff off of your grocery list that never get, like, okay, we all go to the grocery store. There's always something on our weekly list that never gets freaking eaten, or it just ends up kind of hoarding itself, is how I will say. Like there's an abundance of something that doesn't, it's not necessary. A lot of you could be feeling the need to ground yourself, Scorpio. Like the need to really put yourself in touch with Earth, with Mother Earth, with Gaia, with the nature spirit, Mother Nature. Like there's some of you, a hike would really help you. Like putting yourself out in nature, walk barefoot in the dirt, in the snow, in the water. You know, some of you might need to take a spiritual cleanse bath to give you some clarity. You're just being really careful about your choices financially during this time. That's not bad. Especially if somebody's coming in with a bullshit message about money. I don't think it's a bullshit message. I just think it's like it's just being it's a message to be careful about your financial stability. Some of you might be saving up to buy something bigger later. Othala. Interesting. Some of you could be getting an inheritance or some sort of heritage here. Some of you might be receiving like an ancestral home or some sort of birthright that's supposed to come to you. Some of you may just be strengthening your family bonds at this point. You may be being asked for some advice, like to guide your family, your clan, okay? You might be assuming a leadership role at this point. Long-term wealth is definitely going to be the goal here. Real estate also comes up with Othala, especially. Some of you are definitely looking into homes, looking into buying homes or saving for a home. Something is being passed on. Generational wealth could be something as well. Some of you might be like saving for the long term to try to maybe make better choices towards like fuel, like what's going to fuel the cash source at this point. Oh, so that's like someone being like, oh, okay, so if I go here and take this training program, I'm going to be able to make $5 more an hour, and I can put 3 of those dollars into a savings account or an IRA, and that's going to create enough to buy something to promote more business. And once we reach that goal, we can build multiples of those, and that will create generational wealth, not just for me, but for my kids, my grandkids, their grandkids. You know what I mean? Like it's very much that energy. Like you're looking at something that's generational. Some of you might be getting an offer to take over something that was generational, some sort of business. Yeah. This is what Othala looks like. I feel like you guys need to put that on your person. Call them in. Call in the ancestors. Okay? Okay. All right, let's move on to Libra. All right, what's going on for Libra? What is going on for Libra? Libra. Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, some of you might be getting a pet cat. Or some of you, your cat might be catching mouse. Just going to put it out there. There's a lot of the energy of just really being very happy with where you have put yourself, where your stability is at currently. It's very happy, healthy energy. Some of you might be, I feel like you're challenged with communication. That's how I'm going to say it. You're challenged with a message. There's some sort of communication that is coming through, or someone is watching you and how much you've created, and they want to say something to you about it, or they may have something to say about the stability that you create. Not 100% sure whether it's positive or negative, but I feel like that is the challenge during this time. Is that you're emotionally happy with the way things are going, and someone may not be exactly happy with it. Well, I would say fuck them, but we'll see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, what advice do we have for Libra? What advice do we have for Libra? People might be saying things as if like, I feel envious energy. I'm being drawn to the green on all the cards. Like I feel like it's a very envious energy. Like somebody wants to bring some smoke your way, that's for sure. I'm not sure why. Maybe they're concerned about why you're so lackluster. Like why you don't jump up every time something happens, or why you don't jump when people say jump even. Like if they ask you to do something, why you take your sweet fucking time helping somebody else, or why you're more involved with making sure that your situation and your happiness takes priority over somebody else's horseshit. Like, and it's really not your problem. It's really not your problem, Libra. Like, if you're happy with what's going on, I would say fuck them. I'd say fuck them, but we'll see. Spirit, what advice do we have for Libra? What advice do we have for Libras during this time? What advice do we have? I feel like this person's really up in their emotions when they come forward to talk to you about this. I feel like they're very much so like, well, why am I taking all this crap and you just get to sit around type of energy. And I just really feel like it's not your problem. Like, you have planted your seeds, you have grown your pentacles, you know, you've harvested your garden, and I feel like this person is just really pessimistic, jealous even. Yeah. Isn't that funny? You got Hagalaz. Okay, so the theme is a hailstorm, right? Um, you could be recovering from a crisis or finding the hidden blessings within things, specifically nurturing yourself or nurturing other things, okay? Advice at this time is don't count your chicks before they hatch, okay? So there could be like ruined plans or some sort of sudden crisis that could be coming forth, and it's probably from this chaotic person, okay? Look for the silver fucking lining. Some of you really need to accept nature's power. Some of you might be finding out that you have a really fucking green thumb. Fantastic for you. But there's definitely some unexpected changes that are coming, and they could be coming because this person has something to say about it. Absolutely. But yeah, your advice is to not count your chickens before they hatch and to look for the silver lining in the situation. Clear the smoke, baby. Clear the smoke. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's move on to Virgo. All right. Virgos. What is going on for Virgos? What's going on for Virgo? During the full moon in Virgo, what's going on for Virgo? The Fool. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to put that down, and we're going to draw one more. I need one more. Okay. Yeah, some of you are just kind of walking blindly. You're searching for what it is that you want, and you're not sure what it is that you want. A lot of you could be feeling that energy lately, whereas it's like, you know that you want something, but you're just not sure what it is. It's like, man, I'm hungry, but I really do not have a damn clue what I want to eat. Situations like that, okay? But put it as a broad scale. So it could be that situation of, you know, like, I like this company, I make okay money, but could I be doing more? Should I be doing more? Should I be doing better? And it's very much so challenged by that Seven of Swords energy. So I'm not going to call it savagery, but you're being strategic. You're being very strategic about what it is that you want. Some of you could even be being put in a situation where you know that you can use your sexuality or your physical appearance to get more out of what is going on. I feel this energy really hard, so I'm just going to put it out there. A lot of you have put some observation into what it is that you're after. So that could be like, maybe you have gone to the place where you want the new job at, or maybe you have looked into a person that you're seeking a friendship or some sort of alignment with. Some of you, someone tried astral projection. I'm just getting that. I feel like someone has tried astral projection. Good for you. Good for you. I hope that you got good positive things out of that. I really do. Um, it's like a chance appearance. It's like a chance appearance that there's some sort of ability for you to make a choice. Like, something comes up where you're able to make a choice, whether you want to take everything and run, or if you want to partner and work with somebody. But you're very like one foot in and one foot out the door with the situation. Maybe that person has a wandering eye, or maybe it's the person just doesn't quite fit. They don't quite tick all your boxes. So you find yourself in a situation where you kind of want to take your shit and go, and you know that you're seeking more. Like physically, you want more from someone. You're just not getting what you need from the situation, and you're having to be strategic to get out of it. And that's all the more I'm going to say about it, because judgment's on the fucking bottom. So be careful what you wish for. Yes, be careful what you wish for. Some of you might need to go to therapy. Some of you might be having nightmares. Some of you could feel trapped or suffocated by this person or this situation. Whew. Advice for Virgo. This one's gonna be deep. Feel it. Yeah. Isa. Stillness. Okay. There's a slow change. Solitude could be definitely progressive for a lot of you. Conserving your energy. You could be holding your ground, but by holding your ground, you might be averting a disaster, okay? You could be stopping changes that you could have been after, or someone else could have been trying to do. It's like somebody moving along at like the pace of molasses, okay? Imperceptible movement. Some of you are moving out, like you're moving this so slow that no one's even noticing that it's really actually moving. This has been a long time coming change. A lot of you are being very resistant to the change. I feel like you need to hold your ground or return to what was. One of the two is going to happen. Either there's going to be change or there's going to be an impasse where nothing happens. I'm really feeling the change energy for you guys. I feel like that's the way that we're leaning at this point. I feel like there's just this huge concern with what judgment will be passed by you doing so. You're going to have to put a lot of time, thought, energy, patience, changing a lot of solitude for perspective on what it is that you really want to accomplish here, okay? Because you're missing an 8. You're not wanting to give. You have 7, 9, 10. We're missing an 8. You're not wanting to give any ground for the situation. Maybe it's not that you have to actually give anything up. It could just be a change that is necessary. Or it could be a pace that is necessary. This could be something that you have been, because I'm seeing the 8 of Wands, okay? So, like, this could be a situation that should have been quickly dealt with that you're just clinging to at this point because you're really worried about some sort of judgment coming from it. Or being nervous about something making you look like a fool. A lot of you really need to get past that ego. A lot of you really need to put that shit in check. Holding your ground, absolutely, okay? But being stubborn or resistant to things is completely different from being strong-willed and holding your ground. If it wasn't your ground to begin with, you can't really hold it. Like, you can't walk into somebody's camp, take all their shit, and expect them to just leave it to you. Like, here you go, it's all yours, have fun. Like, that's not how it works. Something is falsified too. I don't know where that's coming from. That's way left field, but something is falsified. Like, there was emotional or physical manipulation of something that caused a loss for one party or the other. And it's like there was no movement on this situation until the ice melts. For some of you, this may be when the weather starts to warm up, something might be coming. But for most of you, I do feel like it's just a stillness now, a solitude, because there's an impasse of thoughts. There's some sort of slow change coming. And it should have been something that was already fucking handled. If you're struggling with deciding what you need to do strategically, I feel like there's a good majority of you where you need to seek therapy or counseling, or even just talking with someone who is neutral about the situation. Absolutely. For some of you, someone's name could begin with an I. Mm, yeah. You guys have really put a lot of work into this situation. I feel like the answer is going to come with communication. I don't know whether that's your communication or their communication, but in order for you to manifest what you want and to make sure that there's no mess left behind and no overreaction to it, I feel like it's going to involve a very high, very strategic form of communication. Yeah. That way that cycle can come to a conclusion, it comes full circle, and you're finally able to plot, plan, and execute something else that is better fit for you. Absolutely. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Cancer Collective. All right, what is going on for the Cancer Collective? Ooh, during the full moon in Virgo. Some of you might have a false start. Ooh, false start. Ooh-wee. Small penalty of some sort. Oh, that's a lot. Holy shite. All right, we'll take. Okay. Let's see what we've got shaking here. All right, some of you got a new chance financially coming out here. Cool, but it's going to require something that you already had planned. You've already waited for this. There's some sort of new opportunity for stability. It's something you've been working on for quite some time here. The offer could come from an elder or an older person. It could be a very, like, emotionally charged offer. That's how I'm going to say it. Emotionally charged offer here. That's a lot of fucking cups, man. And then the Four of Cups, this is like someone, it's like you've plot and planned this and it's not going the way that they're not giving you the full offer of what you think you deserve. So you're just kind of sitting on it for a minute. But it could be that the offer doesn't have enough money. What they're offering you does not have enough money attached to it. Some of you might be being offered a settlement. I don't think you're taking it. Whatever this is, it costs you a lot. Some of you put a lot of really hard work into your job and you're not paid enough for what you do. For others of you, there's some sort of underlying legality. Something to do with hands. Like on this card, her fingers have like marks across. It's the your index finger, and your pinky. Something to do with these two fingers. Maybe it was an injury. Maybe somebody's getting carpal tunnel from how much they had to type during this time. There was something that was... Something happened and something did not get taken care of how it was supposed to be getting taken care of. Some of you, this could be something as simple as you had a really uncomfortable office chair for the last 10 years and they refused to fix it, and now you have some sort of back issue from it. Whatever's, it's long term. Like, whatever this is long term. They got to make this make financial sense to you. If this does not make financial sense to you, a lot of you are going to be job hunting. A lot of you could be looking into cash in savings. Some of you might be even looking into early retirement because this shit is, it just feels like horse shit. It could be an older person that makes this offer, or somebody that has like a lot of badges. This is a person that has like a lot of shit on their resume, man. I don't mean shit. I mean, like, this is somebody that is of very high respect. Fehu. Yeah. Your advice is wealth. There's abundance. There's prosperity here, okay? So, like, make sure that there's abundance in what you're doing for work, okay? Like, you don't need to just make enough to pay your bills. Like, if you're doing more work, you should be getting the pay for it, okay? Effort should pay off. Good financial management during this time is going to be really important. Material wealth could be something too. Some of you might be being offered some sort of property. Some of you need to take a real deep look into the purpose and nature of wealth. Why is money so important? Okay? Gain that financial insight on what's really going on with your money. Some of you, that to-do list towards your goals is really going to be helpful, because if you have, like, say 5 things on your to-do list to make more money and you can't do 3 out of the 5 in the position or company that you're at, that may be a problem. A lot of you need to really take that deep delve into projecting your energy to abundance that will work. A good financial plan, okay? Somewhere where the effort will pay off. All right, that's what I got for you, Cancer. We're going to move on to Leo. All right, Leo. What is going on for the Leo collective? What's going on for Leo during the full moon in Virgo? Ace of Cups and did a full turn. All right, some of you might have felt like there was a really good new opportunity, and some of you are kind of turning in on that a little bit here. Some of you, it's come full circle as to what it really is going to take from you emotionally. Some of you are just realizing, like, your cup isn't as full as you thought it was. Like, I want to say the attention that it requires for this to happen, to make it happy, healthy. Some of you might be dealing with, like, a set of twins or some sort of Gemini energy, even is what I'm feeling, which is, this is not a Gemini card, so take that with a grain of salt. But it's very, like, twinny energy. It's very, like, thunder and lightning type of thing happening. And for those of you who don't have twins or have never been around twins, thunder and lightning is the effect of twins. It's like it's that twin-like energy of, like, where the yin and the yang, okay? One is yin and one is yang, and they can flip at any motherfucking time. A lot of people call it bipolar. Some of you might be struggling to keep your tempers under control or to maintain attention spans at this time. You could be desiring to make unhealthy emotional choices at this point. Some of you might be guilt eating. Some of you may be easily distracted or finding yourself doing more things that relax you instead of being productive. Take that how it resonates. Okay, let's get one more. What's this ace? That one came out definitely. Temperance. Yeah, a lot of you are really struggling. What did I say about that cup? You're struggling to fill that cup back up, man. Somebody is emotionally deprived at this point. I feel like something's fucking with you. I'll just be honest with you. I feel like there's something that's fucking with you. And it's causing you to really want to lose your fucking temper, to lose your balance, to let go of the stability and jump at whatever the fuck is getting on your nerves. Advice for Leo. Advice for Leo. Some of you are just really, really hectic right now. Some of you might be dealing with like a lot of shit on your plate, man. A big work schedule, lots of extra hours. Losing sight of what's really important. Jera is your advice. Wow. Okay. Could be something that has gone on for a year or longer, or multiple seasons, okay? You got to focus on your fertility and your abundance, okay? Where can you grow? Where does the abundance exist? You reap what you sow, okay? So if you're putting in half-ass energy, you're going to get half-ass production, half-ass success, okay? You need to turn your inspiration into reality. Things that inspire you at this time, specifically things that inspire you emotionally. Okay? So if you look at your past efforts or things that you have already built on, what was it that made you the happiest emotionally? Where were you the least self-destructive at? Okay? That's where you're going to find your fruition. Some of you need to look into the Wheel of Year. Some of you might be needing to do some of those rituals. They may help you. I'm pretty sure Imbolc is next, I think. I'll have to look. I'll put it in the comments. Yeah, there's a lot of you that need to put some work in towards your future. I think you're looking at the big picture here with the Ace of Cups. It's just this new offer that looks like it's emotionally wonderful. Make sure that you're doing your research on it, because it could be like a double-sided coin, whereas it solves 5 problems but creates 5 more. Like, you could say, take a job that's less chaotic or requires less hours, but that means you have less money, which leaves you more financially unstable, and that could be a problem for some people. Or say this is a situation where, okay, I want to move towards something that is more emotionally happy for me. Like, maybe I want to come out of isolation and start dating. But then you find out that there's a bunch of people playing fucking games and it gets on your fucking nerves. Okay? Make sure that you are manifesting success. And you're putting the effort in to make it happen. And that whatever you're doing is working towards your future, your abundance. All right. That's what I got for you, Leo. Moving on to Gemini. Okay, Jimmy. What's going on for Gemini? What's going on for Gemini? 10 of Swords. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of you breaking communication, breaking a bunch of bullshit with people. Like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to say it. This is Gemmy in their own fucking shit right here. This is Gemmy on a fucking comeback. Because you are so tired of people fucking having something to say. Or people putting fucking knives in your back, kicking you while you're fucking down. You're at the point where you're just like, you know what? Just so nobody can hurt me anymore, I'm just going to take away everything that fucking hurts me. I'm done. I'm just going to take every fucking weapon they could use against me and destroy it. Can I get one more for this 10 of Swords? What is this 10 of Swords? 4 of Pentacles. Man. Some of you are moving money. You are putting yourself on a budget plan, getting rid of shit you don't need, only buying what is absolutely necessary at this point. Some of you might even be like, I don't want to say secret shopping because that's going to sound like a completely left field idea right now. What I'm saying is, you are doing things in private. Okay, you are doing shadow work. Some of you might even literally be disguising yourselves to go handle some business. And I feel like it's because you either want to get the fuck away from the horseshit. Like, some of you want to relocate. Some of you want to switch jobs. Some of you want to switch positions. Some of you want to put a really good grip on what is needed and conserve your energy for more important things. So some of you, okay, let's just put it like this. If you are putting a whole lot of energy towards a person or a situation that does not require that much energy, you are now at peace with understanding, like, it really doesn't matter if they're upset. It doesn't require that much energy. These are the options, A or B. Pick. A or B. Pick. A or B. Pick. 3 strikes, you're out. You're getting whatever I choose now. That's kind of the energy that you guys are in. What's the challenge on the bottom? The sun. The challenge at this time is your own goddamn contentment, your own goddamn happiness. Some of you might be struggling to find time for your kids at this point, or struggling to find time to emotionally develop. Some of you might, how do I say? You need to ground your energies. Spend time with your children, if you have them. If not, spend time with your inner child. You need to absorb that inner child. You need to satisfy the inner child. Eat the fucking cake. Just saying. Alright, what if I... Okay. Mannaz, humanity. Sense of belonging, a sense of society. Yeah, some of you really want to move on. Some of you... Fuck that. You guys are intellectually clarified, okay? You are aware of where your higher self needs to be. And at this point, your social and your family circles, you are aware of them, but they are not your responsibility. You need to be more aware of yourself and where you need to be, okay? That building healthy community, it's like you're at that point where you're just like in or out. Either you're good with this or you're fucking not. You coming or not? Like, I'm going up this fucking ladder. You following me or not? Like, if you're not ready, that's fine. You can stay your ass down here. But I need to move on. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Worrying about yourself. Worrying about yourself. Being rational with the people, places, and things around you, especially things that you're responsible for, absolutely. Do that. However, putting yourself in a better situation at this time is your advice. Making sure you are doing the things you need to do to maintain that clarity, to build that higher self, to grow, to achieve, is what you need to do. That's kind of harsh. I love y'all. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's the truth. Focus on you. Quit letting people stab you. You're already there. You're already there. Removing the fucking blocks, removing the fucking weapons, removing the fucking irrational shit, taking that shit out of there, okay? And I just heard that fucking saying they always tell us when we're kids, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Alright, love y'all, Gemmies. Moving on to Taurus. Alright, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? What's going on for Taurus during the full moon in Virgo? 3 of Cups. Okay, some of you guys could be celebrating with your friends or family members. Power of 3 could be significant for some of you, especially if you have like 2 siblings, or if you have, specifically if you have 2 siblings of the same sex as you. So like 3 boys or 3 girls. Like it would be you and 2 brothers, or you and 2 sisters. Whether you're masculine or feminine. Or it could just be the energies that they entail. This could be like a masculine, feminine, masculine, and everybody follows the same energy. It's like a sit down. Taurus, there could be a sit down between you and two people that mean a lot to you. You could be going over memories or over things that have already happened. You could be breaking bread with people. False walls. I don't know why that's significant. Tell me, Spirit. Eight of Cups, yeah. Someone is pretending like they're able to just move on from, like, they're pretending that they were able to just move on to something. They really have not moved on from shit. I'm just going to put that out there. Somebody is putting on this false face about being able to let go of something emotionally or materialistically. Okay? So this is someone still being emotionally involved with something else. Is some sort of false wall that they've given. One more. The Empress. Okay, somebody could be dealing, this situation could be dealing with an Aries. This situation could be dealing with like a mother mating crone energy. This could be generational, especially with that. So it's the Three of Cups, and the Empress is the 3 of the major arcana. Okay, so that power of 3 is dead ass serious when I tell you that. This could be like a mother or like a grandmother, mother child situation, or it could be, this could be about growth as well. There's some sort of situation that's unable to grow. Okay, I'm just going to say it because it's coming through. If someone's struggling to get pregnant, like if you and your partner have been trying to become pregnant for a while, it's because they're unable to walk away from something. It's like an ancestral blockage. There's some sort of ancestral blockage that says, nope, not till somebody actually factually walks away from something, because they might be able to bullshit you, but they're not going to bullshit us. It could be your friends even saying that to you. I feel like somebody's going to get knocked off their pedestal. I don't know how, what, when, or why. Yeah, the Lovers. It definitely could be a connection. It's like somebody's got to choose between their career or their family. Staying or going. Seeking success or becoming complacent and content with what you have. What you've already created. Someone might be struggling to maintain a bond with a child, or someone might be faking a bond with a child. Ugh. Advice. Isa, right off the gate. Yeah, be still. Be still. Something's going to be slow to change. Your solitude is going to help you with your thinking this through. No movement until the ice melts, okay? So definitely not till warmer weather would I take any intention towards things, okay? So there's nothingness, and then there's creation, okay? So the ice versus the fire. Someone could be a water sign and someone else may be a fire sign, or they could have those as high placements. So water signs are going to be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and fire signs. Oh, sorry, water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or they may have those highly aspected in their birth charts, okay? At this point, I feel like it's just more or less you trying to calm your fire about something. You're resistant to the change. You're trying to avert a disaster. There's very much so here some people that are holding their ground, whether that be your ancestors around you that are telling you to just stop talking and be still. I think once you seek the solitude, you will receive the answers that you're looking for. Can I just get one? I want to get one more. Can I get one more for the Isa? What's Isa? Yeah. You need to be strategic. You need to be strategic. You see what's going on. You know what's there. You've taken stock and inventory of what is accessible and what is not. And you're going to have to decide. You can't just sit with one foot in and one foot out. You got to make a choice. You have to make a choice, but it doesn't say that you have to do it right fucking now. Okay? Be strategic. Take your time. Absorb in your solitude. Make your perspective your own and not be involved around anyone else's opinions. Specifically, if this person puts on a false face around your friends or family. Or their friends and family. Okay? Careful with that. Alright, Taurus. Moving on to Aries. Alright, Aries. What advice, I'm sorry, what's going on for Aries during the full moon in Virgo? 9 of Cups. Okay. A lot of you feeling that very content, very satisfied with yourself type of fucking energy. Some of you might be getting some of those side-eye looks from people. Yeah. Some of you might experience this while shopping. Like, some of you might be having, like, people staring at you often. I don't think you're really trying, you're not seeking the attention of people paying attention to you, but they are paying attention to you. And it is because of the energy that you exude. Okay? It's because you exude this energy of, I am fulfilled. Some of you might have had like a physical change as of late. Maybe some of you did like a diet or like a workout regimen or something. What I'm saying is, you're looking good and people are noticing. You're looking good and people are noticing. Somebody is watching you. Yeah. Okay. Knight of Cups. Some of you might be having someone come towards you. Someone might be making an offer of friendship or an offer of it's like it's playful. It's not like a high level of commitment, but it's definitely like flirting for sure. Some of you might be having somebody that's coming in to flirt. They're here for a good time, not a long time, is what I'm gonna tell you. Can I get one more? Yep. The Hermit. Okay. Yep. Some of you are choosing solitude. I ain't mad at you. A lot of you are just really focusing in on yourself, man. You're focusing in on the things that you need to do. Some of you might be studying. You might be going back to school or doing some sort of training. A lot of you are burning the midnight candle here, okay? Even your sleep schedule could have been flipped. We're plotting and planning a lot right now. We're learning a lot about ourselves, about our situation, about how we can make adjustments, what we're supposed to be manifesting, how we manifest it. You're like lighting your darkness, man. You are putting a light to the dark that has come. Like you're lighting the candle to go down the path. Like, you know, you're at that point where you've seen the map, you know where you're going. Like, yeah, it's still kind of hazy where you're going, but like, you know where you're going. It's just developing the best route. That's where you're at. You are developing the route that is going to best suit you to get where you need to be. A lot of research into this. A lot of research. Some of you may be researching like a different career, or like what schools offer training, or who the best teachers are, what elements you can use to help you, what I shouldn't even say element, like what tools do you need to achieve this? What do you need to make this goal achievable? It's kind of where we're at. Okay. Might just be exchanging smiles with people. Like, this is, like, you are not in a conceited energy by any shake of the stick. Like, you look good, you know you look good. But, like, you're not willing to deal with people's worst shit on the fucking way up either. Like, you're, like, they're being, I don't think they're being disrespectful or anything. It's just a very contemplative energy is how I'll put it. Right, your advice is Tiewaz, okay, the warrior. So keep battling. Keep battling. Whatever challenges are coming, the challenge is to overcome it. That self-discipline, that focus. Preparing yourself for battle, sharpening your mind, body, and sword is important during this time. Making sure that you are well prepared. Like you're showing up in full battle rattle, baby. Make sure you got your full battle rattle. You're ready. Definitely. Some of you, your health may have improved significantly. Some of you might have done like weight training. Like there's definitely no source of weakness surrounding you at this point. You're ready to meet those challenges head on. Very prepared. Very. You might even be at the point where you're like self-sacrificial. Like you might be like willing to sacrifice sleep to make sure that you have researched enough. Or, shit, some of you might have even sacrificed more than that. Maybe you're like, you didn't sleep, eat, or take care of yourself to make sure that there was some sort of achievement. To make sure that success happened, you sacrificed a lot. You sacrificed a lot to fucking get here, man. Be proud of what you've done. Definitely somebody coming in to make some sort of emotional offer here. Just remember that they're here for a good time, not a fucking long time, okay? Their energy comes in a knight form, which is higher than a page, but it's definitely not, it's not permanent, is what I'm going to tell you. It's not permanent. Prepare for battle and focus, y'all. Sharpen your mind, body, and sword. Be prepared. Absolutely. All right. That's what I have for you guys. For everybody that has stuck it through this far, thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. You guys are like the best collective fucking ever. I swear. Like, I have the best collective. You guys are awesome. Absolutely. All right. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below the video. Shoot me an email. We'll get you scheduled. What am I forgetting? Oh, if you want, the link to the birth charts is in the description box as well, for those of you who are curious about that. I did also, I think there's the link to the crystal site that I use as well, for anybody that was curious about the crystal magic and such. I think they have listings for rituals as well. If not, I don't really have like a permanent site that I go to for rituals, guys. It's a lot of research that has gone into it, but I'll just be realistic with you. You're almost better designing it yourself. I have found that that's much more effective than using, I mean, you could use the format of things, but like if you're spell casting, writing it yourself makes a world of a fucking difference on the potency of things. Yeah. All right. Take inspired action, guys. Take inspired action. All right, collective, that's what I have for y'all. I love y'all. I hope everybody has an amazing full moon, and I will see y'all on the next one. Love and light.